You just finished mowing your lawn, but you're wondering what are some of the best ways to keep your mower clean. Let's get into it. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. Just so we're clear here, this video will be focused on cleaning the top of the mower deck, the wheels, the engine, and the handlebars. If you're interested in learning how to clean the underside of a mower deck, I did a video on that recently and I'll have that video linked down below in the description. I've broken down cleaning a lawnmower into 3 categories: good, better, and best. All are based on my own experience, speaking with some shop professionals, and a few tricks from my old man. These procedures are mainly going to be for walk-behind lawnmowers, but if you have a tractor or a zero-turn, a lot of these procedures can still carry over. First up, the good method. Or should I say that this is a good method to practice regularly? It's as simple as this. As soon as I'm done mowing my lawn, I take my leaf blower and dust off my lawnmower. I'm already using the leaf blower to attack the driveway and the sidewalks as soon as I'm done cutting my lawn, so I might as well use it to attack the lawn equipment too. I'll take the leaf blower and knock any grass, leaves, or debris that may have found its way up and onto the mower as I was mowing my lawn. A strong enough leaf blower will knock any mud that may have stuck itself to the wheels, as well as some clumps of grass that may have found its way onto the deck. I aim all around the engine, the entire deck, the wheels, and definitely around the height adjusters because clumps of grass can definitely get stuck up in there. This is a simple procedure that I do after just about every single mow, especially during the heavy growth months of the lawn season. This is meant to be a quick cleaning, and if you're spending more than 45 seconds to do this on your lawnmower, you're probably doing something wrong. This is a great thing to do to keep your mower's paint in check and prevent things like your deck and your height adjusters from rusting, because moisture will have nothing to stick to because it's already all been knocked off. I can pretty much hear my mower saying thank you, thank you, thank you every time I do this. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm, thank you. Now, onto the better method. This is something that I'll maybe do once in the spring, once in the summer, and maybe once in the fall. And I only do this when the mower isn't very dirty, but perhaps there's a layer of dirt or dust that just isn't coming off with the leaf blower from the good method. It's as simple as this. I'll take a damp rag and give everything a quick wipe down by hand. I hit all around the deck, the top of the engine, perhaps the wheels too if they're not too dirty, and the handlebars. This is a bit more thorough than the good method, but I don't necessarily waste time cramming the towel into tight spaces. I would be careful when using that rag around engine components, and definitely around any sharp edges on the deck that may have some rust on them. I'll wipe a few panels, flip the towel to a clean side, wipe some more, flip, and keep repeating this process until the mower is completely clean. Again, this procedure is only a bit more thorough, but it should only take you about 3 to 5 minutes to complete. And this is a great thing to do in the dormant summer months like here in Buffalo, when the grass isn't growing at its full potential. Now on to the best method, or as I like to call, the deep clean. Or even better, the deep detail. I recently picked up this John Deere mower, and I'm not sure if this mower has ever been cleaned. Dirty girl. The wheels are more brown than yellow, the deck has mud caked up on it, and we have a few spider webs that have found their way up and on it. Now here's a trick that my old man taught me. Before I begin this procedure, I'll take a bigger garbage bag and cover up the engine as best I can with it. This mower is going to be getting wet, that is for sure. This doesn't keep all the water from getting at the engine, but it will prevent water from getting into the air filter, the exhaust, and some electrical components. I'm gonna start by hitting the really dirty spots first. Let's start with the wheels. Here I have a 50-50 mix of super clean and water. I really do like super clean, but I found that using the stuff straight out of the bottle on some mower decks can actually fade the paint. I found that if I dilute it a little bit, I tend to not see this happen. Use this and other degreasers and cleaners at your own risk, and I would not recommend using something like brake cleaner to clean any part of your lawnmower. That stuff is just way too strong. Once I gave each of the wheels a few sprays, I'll then agitate them with a wet detailing brush. This really loosens stuff up. Then I just hit them with the garden hose really quick, and boom, bright yellow. It's a night and day difference now with those wheels. Another spot I like to hit is right at the base of the engine. And for one reason or another, these areas on mowers always seem to get dirty. I'll lift the bag up just enough to hit this area, spray it down, and then gently agitate it with a narrower detailer brush. This will allow you to poke around inside some tight corners, but be careful around governor linkages and other assorted parts so that way you don't do any damage. Take your time and don't get too crazy in here. Rinse it and boom, nice shiny metal. For the rest of the deck, we're pulling out the pressure washer. Now stop. Now you may be thinking, why would you do those steps earlier with the super clean if you're just gonna pull out something powerful like a pressure washer now? Well, I've actually seen things brighten up faster and better with the super clean, so I like to hit it with that first. Then I'll bring in the big guns. This Generac pressure washer does a great job cleaning up messes big and small, and I'll have this unit as well as some videos that I did with it linked down below in the description. From here, we're gonna fire up the pressure washer and start cleaning the deck. The lowest spots on the deck tend to be the dirtiest. I like to target around the height adjusters and back behind the wheels. From here, I lift the rear hood and spray inside. Lots of grass clippings can get trapped up inside here, so it's a good idea to get this area completely cleaned out. Moving up to the handlebars, sometimes these can get a little dirty. Never hurts to give them a quick shot, but if you have any electrical components on your handlebars, I would avoid this step. Now on this specific mower, I also noticed that the inside of the wheels are pretty muddy and dirty. From here, I like to roll the mower forward and back while I spray directly inside the wheel. Doing this usually allows me to get them pretty clean. The bagger on the backside is also pretty dirty. They usually are. These see all kinds of dust and debris over the season. Now I do something goofy here where I take my foot and basically hold it in place using my toes, and then from there spray it in a top-down fashion. This allows all the dirt and debris to flow out through the bottom. If I lay the bag down on its side, all the dirt and debris kind of stays inside the bag. No bueno. I know, right? I probably look goofy as hell doing it out in the driveway, but my neighbors all think I'm nuts anyways. I suppose I could lean it against the mower or position it a certain way or lean it against something somehow to do this procedure, but I found that just using my foot gets it done the quickest. From there, I'm just gonna place the bag out in the sun to dry for a couple of hours, and before you know it, it's clean as a whistle. Last thing I'm gonna do is give a quick rinse to the top of the deck of the mower. Usually as you're spraying the height adjusters and the backside, a lot of stuff can usually wind up on top. So a quick rinse on top gets it nice and clean. The green on this John Deere deck is now glowing after only a few short blasts. Now is also a good time to hit underneath the deck if you choose to do so. And if you have any plastic panels that may have some dirt or debris trapped underneath, now's a good time to take those panels off, pressure wash in those areas, and then replace the panel. Carefully do so at your own risk. From here, the pressure washing phase is now complete. I'll take the garbage bag off the top and toss it away. Next, I'll take my leaf blower and blow dry the entire lawnmower to get all the water off of it. After a quick blast from the blower, now it's time for a towel dry. At this point, it's almost like you took it through a car wash. And while the towel is damp, I'll take the towel and wipe off the engine cover. This usually gets it nice and clean really quick. After the mower's had a little bit of time to dry out in the sun, it's now time to double the shine. Now, I like to do this part on the cheap because I use my mowers so frequently. But if you're looking to really protect your deck, you could use something like fluid film. A thin layer across the top of the deck will definitely help protect against any rust and corrosion. This could cause some dust to stick to it, but your mower deck will be completely protected. I am going to use something like automatic transmission fluid. Super easy to apply, and it spreads thin and fast. A little goes a long way, and this will definitely make some black panels pop. A few minutes of wiping this all around and your mower is showroom ready. After doing this procedure, I can't even begin to tell you how many times neighbors have come by and asked, "Hey, did you get a new mower?" Even the garage gal says it. There is absolutely no doubt that this mower is cleaner than your kid's internet search history. This is a great procedure to do before storing the unit, or if you're gonna sell it, or if your lawn is experiencing a really long summer dry spell. Now, here are a few questions that have come up around this topic. Electric start components. If you have an electric start or any electrical components around areas that you are spraying, exercise caution in those areas. Do not flood them with water and avoid them as best you can. These procedures take too long. No, they don't. The good and better procedures can be knocked out in about 5 minutes or less. And the best method, or the deep detail, only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to clean, depending on how dirty your machine actually is. So time really isn't an issue here. A clean mower is a happy mower, and generally speaking, we'll see fewer repairs, lower repair costs, last longer, and cut better. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.